Hey, it's me, Josh, and Ryan Leeds. This is a real official video. Sucker. Hey, so the other day we were talking about this SFC Trailmap rewrite, and we had the whole committee together, and um, and so some of you missed that because we were having some technical difficulties. Apparently all of the invites didn't send. So for the 3 or 4 of you that didn't make it, here's what we talked about. Essentially, the problem, let's start here. The trail map, we wanted to do a couple things. We wanted to welcome people to SFC. We want to use it to train people. We want to set expectations for people for the future, and then sort of guide people as they're in SFC. Here's what you can expect, all that sort of stuff. We said right now it's set up like this. We have a short little mission, vision, values thing there, and then it's all set up with the LEAD acronym. The entire trail map, as you know, is set up with the LEAD acronym. So what essentially we've been communicating to people is that if you want to be a part of SFC, if you want to be a snowboarder or skier for Christ, you start a group. But we don't actually believe that necessarily. We think that if you want to be a snowboarder or skier for Christ, then you learn how to be the light of Jesus in your shred culture. You bridge the shred culture Jesus, partnering with a local church. These are the things that we actually believe. The mission, vision, values are, this is what it means to be SFC. This is just sort of, if you want to run a group, then you do this. So this whole document being, hey, if you want to be a part of us, lead a group. I don't think that's the best way to say it, because we have all these other people in different places who aren't leading groups and who are most certainly, probably even more so than I am, a snowboarder or skier for Jesus. And so what we suggest is that this is the what we've been doing, and it should be the why. So the bulk of the document should actually be the who we are. We're snowboarders and skiers for Christ. That's not what we do, it's who we are. And so this thing should be more about the why. So we said, what if the document is set up like this, where the bulk of the document is, the headings are mission, vision, values, and underneath that a lot of this information will sort of be rearranged to fit underneath these 3 main headings, so that we teach people how to be a snowboarder skier for Jesus. We talk all about that. And then if you happen to be an individual who's started a group or wants to start a chapter and you need that, then we include the LEAD acronym, which would be a much smaller section of the document, almost a secondary part of the document. So what we said, so the questions that were raised is in this new restructuring, who are we targeting? Are we all leaders? Can this LEAD acronym still work because we're all leaders? Can we invite people to lead? Nate talked about being a pathfinder, essentially like a trailblazer type of person. Can we talk to people like that? This idea for multiple manuals came up a couple times. So we're just sort of talking about that. We're going to rearrange all this, and if we feel that after we've rearranged everything that these need to sort of break out into different documents, then we'll do that. A lot of people talked about the voice of the document because it has a lot of bro tones, and we apologized for that because it was never meant to sort of do that. It just sort of became that way. And then somebody said, do the different audiences need different documents? So we talked about that. Somebody suggested a welcome document that just has the short standards of what SFC is, what it means, and make it short enough to translate into different languages. We already have the time document. Somebody said, what if we just had a LEAD document? So our idea was that we're going to restructure this document under this new format. We're just going to go in to all those documents that we have and restructure those. You'll see that starting to happen this week. We like the idea of just the essentials. Maybe there's one shorter document, handoutable. It would be a welcome document, something that we can translate, but that's going to come after we do all this work. We'll take this and then we'll take a concentrated version later. And then we started a copy committee, so anybody who's interested in the actual writing, the text of the whole document, we have Lauren Leeds and Marissa Schroeder and myself and some others who really like the language of the document. We're going to be digging into that. And then we have some guys, Nate Jones and Harry Burri from Switzerland, who really like the design idea. So they're going to start working some of this out and working on design. So we have these sort of subcommittees that have started. So if you missed the meeting, I apologize. Or if you missed the meeting and it was your fault, then I accept your apology. But we'll be talking about this week. You'll see another email after we start this restructuring of this document. You'll see another email. And if you're interested in one of these committees, whether it's the actual text, the copy committee, or if it's the design portion of the document, then you'll see that. So I just wanted to send this video because I didn't want to have this same conversation like 5 more times. So